Welcome to After School Reviews. Please subscribe, turn on the bell icon. Please like the video and leave a comment down in the comment section. This is our first review. We'll be having two Ultimate figures go in the same video, and the reason is they're very similar, just different pre-paints, and these are the NECA Aliens Ultimate Warrior blue and brown figures. As you can see, both of them are the same image of the Xenomorph on the front. They also say Ultimate Edition on the bottom of the packaging. This one is done just in a blue and this one in a brown, which makes the Aliens logo stand out a little bit more rather than this one. Here's the back of their packaging, both featuring the alien up here in the top left corner with the same read-up right there of the movie Aliens. Although these three images are different, well actually these two bottom ones on this one are the same, of the facehugger, the egg, and the chest burster, and then these ones are very different, as you can see there. The sides of their packaging say Aliens on them. Here's the blue Xenomorph open, or here, the window packaging open. You can kind of see the figure there, and you can see all of its nice accessories there. Pretty interesting. And then you can see this nice image here on the left. Here's my favorite, the blue, and that's why I got both of these. Here you can see the blue Xenomorph there with all of its accessories. On the inside of the packaging, you can see the back of the image they've used here is the part where the Marines go and they find the acid that their skin is made of, the condensed acid. So now let's have a look at the figures open and out of their packaging. Here are the aliens opened up with their accessories. You can see the egg, the facehugger, chest burster, and the Xenomorph. We'll have a closer look at each of these figures now. Actually, we're going to start with the accessories. These facehuggers are about 4.5 inches long. They have a bendy wire. The fingers are nicely painted. Everything's practically nicely painted, even with a nice gloss. You can see the under things there. The fingers here are kind of bendable, so you don't have to worry about snapping those off. And it's got kind of a black wash, but I have seen them do better. So I'm wondering if this was just because they had a lot of stuff to do, if they didn't want to paint this all the way. And maybe it's because of the price point. I'm not sure. The chest burster is about 3.5 inches. And you can kind of see the nice teeth there, which I didn't know were going to be painted. And you can kind of see its tiny little arms, which are pretty cool. You can see this nice striped pattern they've done here. It's done a nice gloss too. And this also has a bendy wire, so it can help it pose. And really helps it stand as well. And finally we get the egg. Here you can kind of see it's got some nice different things here. In the images, these looked a lot better than they do now. And it looks just kind of, I don't know, it looks different. Also, when they had the egg pack, those looked really good. But you can kind of see there's different shades here. And the inside looks, I think, pretty good too as well. For the price, it's okay, but I have seen them do better, and they could have put all their effort into this. Like, this is even painted black, and that's supposed to be painted, actually, that might be what they're casting, is a black. And maybe they forgot to paint that, because it's painted on this one. If we go there, you can kind of see the same pattern, and it's not even painted on this one. So, NECA does miss paint sometimes. Both the accessories are equal about each one. There's not going to be little differences on any of these. I don't think the face huggers are exactly identical, and so are the chest bursters. So you can get one of these and have the exact same accessories, so you don't have to worry about buying two for different accessories. And these are 2.5 inches tall. Here's a nice shot of the brown Xenomorph. You can kind of see its details. We will bring it closer to the camera, and I will tell you about the articulation. The articulation on these are really cool and really good, but you have to pretty much get them warm with a blow dryer and you can get some nice poses. But without that, you're going to probably break the figure, and you will need to probably warm these up if these are a different shape. I didn't do that because mine aren't too bad, except the blue one. I think they're pretty bad, but I want to have a closer look at the head here. In the light, this thing looks really cool. As you can see there, all the just dry brushing on this with the brown looks freaking awesome. Here you can see the front of the head. Get this camera a little bit closer. The teeth are a nice silver. That's why they're not focusing. Well, there they are. Kind of see that there. And this also has the inner mouth, and all you have to really do is open this all the way. Put your fingers side by side on it, and it should pop out just like that. You can kind of see it's also got a nice dry brushing on there, and the teeth on that are also silver. The jaw's articulation is pretty cool, but you do have to watch out for these wires. You could break them, and they're on both sides there. The domes look pretty cool too as well, rather than the original smooth dome from the first movie, and the dog alien having the smooth too as well. These warrior ones, I think that's why they call them the warrior ones, I believe. You can kind of see that there. Going down the body, you can see the nice rib cage. And these things here. The neck looks pretty cool too as well. The neck is on a ball joint, so it does rotate, but again, watch out for these things. You could break them. And I want to get a nice shot of the whole figure from far away, kind of. You can kind of see everything here. Let me make sure it's focused. Fingers are also got some nice silver paint on the fingernails, and the back of these here have all these little tubes coming out of the back here, and this one will pop out. You can actually pop it out actually if you wanted to. It helps with the head articulation. You can kind of see all that's detail there. And again, these are $27.99. If you get the 2-pack on Big Bad Toy Store, it'll be $50 for both besides shipping, so $55. I was originally going to do that, but then I found these at Target, and, you know, I went ahead and bought them there because, you know, I could make sure the paint and everything was fine on them. Moving to the feet, you can see the feet are also got some silver paint on them and everything over here. The tail is done pretty nicely, as you can see. It starts back all the way down here, and it goes all the way up the back, all the way to the dome. I'm going to do the articulation just for this figure, and I'm not going to show it in the blue because it's the exact same on the blue one. So the shoulders here will go out pretty far, and then they'll go forward and back. The elbows are on a double joint here, kind of like the Ultimate Ash figure. So you can bend these all the way up. And then down here, you can kind of see this here. The hands are like this. They're not in a ball joint. They'll do this. And then the fingers are actually articulated. So you can open and close the fingers. The up here is on a ball joint, so it'll rotate and it'll swivel, you know, ab crunch, you know, like that. The legs are kind of iffy. They'll go out. They won't go quite forward, but, you know, and then they do swivel here in and out, so you don't have to bend at the knee if you don't want to. The knee are double jointed, so you can bend that all the way. And then down here, the feet, this is on a ball joint, and this will be really tight when you first get it out of the package, and this one actually is pretty tight, but you can rotate that all the way around, and then these toe pieces can go up or down depending on how you need to pose. Here's my favorite, the blue version, which is one of the ones I was only going to get, but then on Big Bad, they had those sold out, and then when I saw both of these, I was going to get the 2-pack, so I figured might as well get both of them. One thing I want to say is the paint on these, some places are kind of missing it maybe a little bit here and there, or it's a little sloppy, but remember this, $27.99. You have to paint this. Would you like to paint that? And I mean, you know, they're not getting that much money back. And you get also the other accessories too as well. So it's pretty nicely painted for that price, and really, it's not like a human, so the aliens are kind of, you know, they're kind of weird shaped and everything like that, and weird painted. And everything's done in a nice gloss here. And on the blue one, you can see these colors here are different rather than the brown one. I think they're all the same on those locations, like right there. Like this one, it's kind of like a different color. You can kind of see that there. Mine does have a leg problem. I'm going to show you there. So as you can see here, this is actually correct right there, but that's supposed to be center. And that does kind of show this ball joint a little bit more. And actually, this leg here can pop out. But I had to pop it back in. Actually, there it is now. And this part here was so hard to move. Actually, I might not be able to move it now. Ultimately, this makes this a little bit higher by a couple centimeters. So here's this alien. As you can see, all of its nice details too. It's the exact same body, just repainted with the nice blue. I want to get a little bit closer so you can see a lot of the other details under the light. The only other problem here is this little splotchy here. It looks worse on camera than it is in my eyes. It looks more vibrant on the camera, but it's not. Get a nice camera angle of the dome there. See the nice dry brushing there. Also on these. On the chest and the ribs. These pieces here. You can see that nice look there. These pieces, I'd be careful about these pieces. Right there, and the fingers. Pretty cool there. Hips and everything. These pieces here, and the feet. Don't know if there's anything else really to cover on these. Oh, well, that's kind of weird. Is that how it is in the other one? Here's one last look over everything. And I have to say, NECA, there's no other company I would want to make Aliens this good, and they do a very good job at doing so. I wouldn't have been probably buying these if it would have been by another company, that's for sure. And I want to thank NECA for getting me into Aliens, because probably without them I wouldn't have got into the movies as much as I did, because, you know, I saw these and I was like, okay. The movies are okay, but I do have to say the creature outfits the movie, but I realized that with a lot of other movies. Freddy outbeats the movies, Jason outbeats the movies, and Chucky outbeats the movies. The characters are way better than the actual films, and I have to say that for Aliens. Again, thank you guys for After School Reviews. Please subscribe, smash that bell icon, like the video, and leave a comment. Today on After School Reviews, we were having a look at the NECA Aliens Ultimate Warrior Blue and Brown figures. Thank you guys for watching.